Alrighty, guys. Alright, so we've got a couple of utility videos that I'm going to do up today. So the first one we're going to start off with is SimBrief. So if you've never heard of it, or if you have heard of it and you want to learn how to use it a little bit better, this is the tutorial for you. So if you've ever wondered what it looks like to read a flight plan from a PDF file, or off the PC or off a tablet. This is a simulated version of almost a realistic thing for the FMC, so realistic flight plan. So this is SimBrief. This is what you're greeted with when you come in. So you can make up a website, registration for yourself. It is free. It is 100% free, so there's no payments or anything in it. So it's got information about who they are and their partners. So you got to register, and once you have registered, you'll be using this tab the most. So this is your dispatch tab. So you can go quick through all of those, or you can have a look at this one. So you have your options, your My Brief, your flights, My Fleet. So this is where you put your aircraft in, your database user guide, and your account. So basically that's your personal, and then you'll have your create a flight, edit last flight, view last flight, or view all your saved flights, or create a new one. Before you go on and create a new one, you want to go to your fleet here and create a new airframe. So particularly I fly the 737-800 Boeing, and I also fly the Boeing 777 with winglets. So they're the two aircraft that I fly the most, so they're on my airframe. So you want to set those up in your fleet before you go ahead and start. So you want to set up a new airframe, view fleet, and all that sort of stuff. So you can go ahead and set up a new airframe. Most airframes come as, so you select the type of aircraft that you're looking for. So like I said, Boeing 737. So there's a few of them. There's a 737 just there, 737-200. So let's say we have a 737 we got a 400, we got a 600. What have we got? What else do we have here? There's a 777. There's a 7. Yeah, we'll just do a random one. So 737-300. So you got there. Where was the 800? Well, there was an 800 around here somewhere. So we'll go with this one, 737-600, and you go proceed. Then you can go through the whole entire aircraft and change it all up the way you want. So if you didn't find the aircraft that you wanted, you can actually go ahead and just change it to suit yourself. Notes and comments which one it is. So yeah, you can't really get the base type. So you could probably find it. You know what I'm talking about. If you want to know exactly what the engine is on your particular one, it should be by default. If not, you can have a look around on Google and set it all up. So you'll have a civil registration code. So most Australian ones will be like that, with a flight number, a FIN number of whatever it is. So some FIN numbers will have just their last digits on the aircraft. Now this CELCAL code is unique to most aircraft. Okay. Now if I go and have a look, I did take a photo of it before. Hang on a second. Let's just bring up this here. Let's go here. I did take a photo of it, so it should be down here. So these cell codes are like that. So you got your CELCAL code AFPQ. So that is unique to this aircraft. Okay, so this is the aircraft that I fly. You'll find most payware aircraft, especially the PMDGs, will have a cell code somewhere, so you can just make one up if you wish. And then you have an I8 code, mode S code. I normally leave that blank, but you can have that as well if you know what it is. and you can tell it if it's medium weight or light. So as a medium aircraft, the 777 was a heavy, obviously jumbo jet for super. So you got your VREF. So this is the VREFs that we'll be landing in for this aircraft, or a C mode. For larger aircraft, again, you'll be at a higher VREF. So most of this is all set. And then once you're done, save aircraft. I've already done it, so I don't need to save the aircraft. Alright, so once you've done that, you're going to go over to your flight plan, my flight plan. You want to go say, okay, we're going to create a new flight. Or you can just go straight to wherever it was. So you're creating a new flight now. So you can check your airline. So QFA, Qantas Flight Australia. You type in a couple of numbers. Probably not that many, maybe 3. Type in your departing city, so the code, not the city name. So YBBN for Brisbane, and arrival at YSSY for Sydney, and then it will automatically set up an alternate airfield, the date and the Zulu time 30 minutes prior. So your this will set you. So what is it now? It's 30 minutes from now. You can change that date to whatever time. So you can do this tonight or today and fly it tomorrow. So you can set the Zulu time up tomorrow. This is why we set up the airframe. Okay. You can choose a default one, but if you have your own, you can set it up. So 737, and it's all ready to go. Okay. The climb profile, the cruise profile. Most of these I just leave. Fuel factor, I leave. Most of that stuff I just leave there. That's all set up through the other one. So you got your sessional code, cell cal code that I've already set up. Okay, then optional entries. So you'll have your flight time route defaulted, so it's an hour and 45 minutes flight time. Departing on runway 1, tax arrival on runway 07. Which would technically be correct, but simulated for some reason gives us like one of these two here. So you can just change it to if you have Active Sky Next, or if you've got an idea of what the weather's doing, change it. Brisbane's a small taxi out, so probably about 10 minutes, and the taxi in Sydney's probably about 20. Always put extra fuel on. For this aircraft, I normally put 2, always extra 2 ton, or 2.0. I don't know if it's 2 ton or not, but yep. Altitude is normally auto, so you can leave that. And passengers, you can leave on auto too. But if you're going to do this with PMDG comes with an automatic passenger thing through the FMC. So once you hit that, then you find out how many people you got. You can go ahead and my bad. You can go ahead and put your passengers in here. If you don't want to do that and you want auto completely from the for the PMDG, go ahead. And you can also have cargo on auto as well if you want, and that is also on auto. And then you've got your route. So all the different routes will show up in here. Obviously, there's one direct route, so you can analyze the route. It's ready to go. So you can go to route finder, you can change your altitude. I like traveling at 32,000 feet. You can find route and it changes it again if you wish. Or you can go to 38,000 feet and it will change it again. So that's okay. And then you can validate or analyze your route, analyze done. You can have a look at different entries there. Historical weather, if you have got default, if you've got Active Sky set up, you can do your historical weather if you want to fly on a particular day and you want to use that weather. Alright, so then you've got alternate airport specific, multiple alternate and custom routes. So you can have up to 4 alternate airfields. So that's the one that you will have. You want to find alternate routes for each one. So sometimes these double up. Okay, so all of these are just alternate routes. You don't really need them. Already we're going to BBN, so they're all cool. It tells you if it's raining there as well, so it's really good. And then you have the H.O.T.A.S scenario, so you can auto calculate it. Most routes, some routes won't have H.O.T.A.S, so once that's done, that's okay. And then it will show you the different route to Sydney. Like there's a whole bunch of different ones there. So Sydney, Brisbane to Sydney, you can come down this way, and then you have a whole bunch of different things. So obviously in Melbourne, I was way out of the way, so that's definitely not going to be a. So you can go here and get rid of Melbourne by just going to that and get rid of. We just go YBBN, and then we can just have it there. So if we have to go back for some reason. So yeah, we got our different airports that will allow the 737 to come through. Okay, so that's basically it. Once you have done that, you can go ahead and generate your flight plan. I'm not going to do that today because I've got other ones that I can show you. But you've got all your different OFP layouts. So this is QFA. This is Qantas flight. You can go ahead and look for all your other ones here for your particular airline, or you can use the basic Lido. Very easy to use Lido, but QAF I'm still trying to learn myself. So if you want to go ahead and then save, and then you can generate the flight op. Now once you've generated flight op, you will see, now if I go to my save flights, I have a list of all the save flights here. Okay, dispatch history, and all that sort of stuff. So if I wanted to, this is the flight that I just did just then, earlier today before I started this video. So this is what it looks like, okay? And we can change the QFA, or we can get a Lido. I'm just going to do Lido. Now we're going to generate the flight plan. I'm going to generate, and what it will do is it will generate the flight plan. Once it's done, tickety tick tick tick. Alright, so now it's generated. We can't do anything, but we can now view it in different things. So you can download it to the FMS if you are using PMDG. You can do that. If you don't have the PMDG and you have an aircraft with an FMS, you can just have a look at the Lido page and it will tell you how much fuel you need. So 7,800. That doesn't seem like a lot of fuel, but because you have done it the way that a real pilot would normally do, most aircraft, especially Qantas airlines, they don't want you to use a lot of fuel. So they calculate all the fuel for you, how much you're going to need for the trip, alternate fuel, all that sort of stuff. The extra fuel that you ask for, the 2,000 ton, you can have more if you want, but they want you to use as less fuel as you can. So you can go through and read all of that. So where have we got? So that's all your waypoints and stuff, where they are in their longitude and latitude, their distance in nautical miles and the wind, what's happening there at the point in time. You've also got so the weather service at Kingswood Smith, at Brisbane, at Amberley, all the different areas. You've also got down further your alternate airports. So you can go through and read all of this sort of stuff. So if you've got any alternate airports that you need to put in and you forgot what they are, I'm pretty sure they're down here somewhere. That's probably too far. I think they were a bit further back up. That could have been what I was looking at just before anyways. There, a little bit further up. Yeah, alternate destinations. So you can have a look at all of those. Another good part, I did this from the PMDG that set up the passengers, but you can do the auto one, and the flight plan will give you a set of passengers and you have to go with it. I also put the 4.3 ton there, so 4,300 ton. So yeah, 4,300 kilos, whatever you want to say, payload. Your ZFW, which is also automatically calculated through all of that. your max, what it is. So that's, you're not allowed to go over that, and that's what you got. So the fuel, and all of that sort of stuff, your tow, yeah, and your law. So that's a pretty quick rundown on SimBrief there. Um, lots of things can happen. Very user friendly. Only took me like a couple of minutes to figure that out. So yeah, hope that really helps, guys. And yeah, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. You can also join the Discord, and hopefully I'll see you in a few live streams and some videos in the near future. Thank you very much, guys.